So I'll attempt to explain what it means that someone is being allowed to undergo a testing, like allowing. What does it mean, like to say that someone was allowed to be tempted and tested? Like allowed by what? Who? Like that must mean whatever you think God is, right? Okay, that's probably accurate too. Why is it that before you can just dress down the simplicity, that you have to be engaged on levels that wouldn't be superficial if it wasn't the intention of the government to captivate or to kind of like capture the conveyance that this has for the multitudes of people. That's why they always set up on these systems of discerning truth to captivate, to capture the power of that belief and discernment, because you will get directives. It gives me directives. It tells me, oh, I know what I must do now. So it's like if I can be self-governing and governing myself, and I know what I must do. The government likes to be able to tell you that. So it's like, what the fuck? They're always going to be pushing back against the effort for you to really motivate or organize toward anything. Just because it's like somebody else might see what you're doing and you might not even have a problem with them doing the same thing, and you might even like that. And it's just whatever they try is not, or grassroots, or you could say. But so it could be kind of like a what is God, mean in a sense of universality. Like if I'm talking to another person and I say God, how do I know that I'm talking about the same God that you know what I mean? Exactly, you know what I mean? And you can't skip that. You can't skip over that. So as far as like breaking apart like little minutiae and stuff, I don't know if I have time in my life to make a video that can cover all those bases and I still remember where I am in the video. But there are, let's say, terms of life, and then there's terms that we can, set up apparatchiks and try to strategize stratagems or whatever. Like we can try to galvanize and polarize people to have reductive reasoning so that they get what you want them to get. And we're talking about that all the time because every day it's like, these dumb motherfuckers, we could be talking directly about them and they know it. And even though everything is exposed and it's like, you still are fucking human. What is that to say you are human? What is the definition of human? Why is it suspendable? Because I have to get to know what somebody means first. Then just to say that you're wrong because you want to save humanity. Maybe your connotation of humanity is something along the lines of that's mankind, and promoting the race of human, the human species. Then you're not wrong. And some of you can say this is lazy, but you don't have to capitulate to anything. You could just tell. You could just tell what somebody means. Because to reinforce hysteria and folly around ignorance is like still its choice. I would say that's so stupid, that's dumb, but it seems to be temporarily advantageous, or even there's enough coercion and enough manipulation going on that people are just capitulate to it, and then because they, for the same reasons, if they say it's because I have a family or this or that, or that's like there's going to be an instance towards the peak of mind control where that's not a good answer anymore, where that's no longer the right answer. You know what I mean? It's just, how do you know why terms that are not life's terms that are given to by man always become something representing negative, even though it's worded and named so beautifully? Because you already know what it is. So they give you a way to take a poor perspective towards these, and it flips these things. Like the energy is now, it's like polarized negativity. So like things like affirmative care, like that sounds horrible to me now too, because I know what they mean. But if somebody didn't know anything, then that doesn't mean that they want to start cutting on somebody. They want to start giving somebody hormones and start doing research about how to do a procedure that we suck at performing. Then there's all of these like horrible situations that arise out of performing these fucking procedures. And it's like not to the point that, oh, you must be against affirmative care. Why is it that being woke is not a good thing? Like, I don't want to be asleep 24/7. Why is it that social justice sounds like a bad idea? Like, what the fuck? It's because they're socially domineering. And he just came up with a different phrase around, attitudes and behaviors that were socially domineering, that it didn't matter what you called it. Eventually it got polarized. So they were just, it's kind of like ectoplasm in the Ghostbusters. There's like the green stuff, and then there's the red stuff that's like mad at the green slime. And they fight spiritually in I don't know, in a total totalitarian, technocratic, tyrannical